35 cases of patients obviously faking it, according to Reddit. Number 35. A guy came into the ER the other day, forcefully trying to get himself to vomit. I'm talking over 1 hour of exorcist-like retching to get any stomach contents out. It was amusing for the first minute, but then became really sad to realize how far this guy was going to get his fix of morphine. Oh man, addicts. That's gotta suck. Man, the stream chat looks kind of small. I think I'll make it just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. Not too damn big though. That seems decent. Well, isn't that something? As we roll up to number 34, a friend's sister's boyfriend was a casual heroin junkie, and he lost the end to knuckles of one finger in some accident. Every now and then, when he's feeling the itch and short on cash, he would slice the stump like a salami and check into emergency department that he hadn't been to yet or been turned down from, claiming to have just lost his finger. Jesus Christ. Well, isn't that something? All of these are going to be isn't that somethings. Somebody got timed out real fast on the stream show. Kyle said, did you ever fix your dolphin problem? I never had a dolphin problem. I only had dolphin... What's the opposite of a problem? Let's ask the internet. I'm not looking for synonyms, I'm looking for antonyms. Advantage, agreement, a blessing. That's what we're looking for. I don't have dolphin problems. I have dolphin blessings. Ain't that right, dolphin? I feel like that's not as loud as it should be. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. As we continue up this list, and in case people arrived a little bit late, the list, of course, is 35 cases of patients obviously faking it. We arrive at number 33. Wow. Emergency room nurse here. Not a faking it story, but this is my all-time favorite story of patient stupidity. I had a female patient in her 20s come in accompanied by her boyfriend with complaints of abdominal pain. One of the first questions we ask women of childbearing age is if there is any chance they could be pregnant. This girl said there's no way she could be pregnant. I asked her if she was sexually active. She said yes. When I asked if she used birth control, she said, well, I used to, but they made me fat, so I gave them to him to take. Turns out this girl had been giving her boyfriend her birth control pills to take, and sure enough, she was pregnant. I love that two people of equal stupidity found each other. Just goes to show you guys, there's somebody out there for everybody, man. You go get your happiness. It's out there. It's out there for you. Our Lord. Good Lord. Dolphin blessings. We're going to get through this list quick. That's what I'm talking about. As we go up, we reach number 32. I had an employee that was allergic to everything, apparently, and a huge hypochondriac. She was such a headache that we ended up moving her desk way away from pretty much anyone else so she would stop complaining. One day, a lady walks by with strong perfume and our lovable hypochondriac falls out. Predictably, emergency services are called, and by this point, our employee is laying on the ground, rolling her eyes back in her head. Scary stuff. You didn't know she was literally insane. So EMS arrives, and they come over, put the O2 meter on her finger, and she's choking through her speech when they're asking her if she can breathe or not. O2 saturation was like 97% or something like that. The medic goes, ma'am, there's no reason why you should be having trouble breathing right now. They hung around for another couple minutes, then bounced. Well, there's that. Isn't that something? Candy Stripe says, I don't think he thought they'd work or really cared. Just wanted puss puss. Oh boy. Yeah, the guy probably didn't care. But why would you as a man actually take the birth control? That's dangerous. I could do all kinds of scary ass stuff in a man body that we don't know about. Oh Lord. I wouldn't be brave enough to take no lady birth control. Could have some kind of bitch boy side effects. Suddenly I want some jerk. You know what I mean? Nah, it's not worth it. Tashawn Davis says, oh shit, I actually made it to a Kyle stream. You did it, Tashawn. I congratulate you. You're one step closer to becoming chosen and being selected for the compound. As we roll up this list of 35 cases of patients obviously faking it, we arrive at number 31. A lot of people faking pain for medication. It was obvious they were lying since they were clearly making up the story on the spot, and it wouldn't be consistent. Then they would always sneak in the, so that can get me some codeine, right? Oh my God. Had one lady tell the doctor that her ex gave us his name and picture, would lie for her medication and sell it on the street. Not sure what the doctor did in that one. Had a kid lie about, sorry, that was a weird belly feeling. I had a kid lie about, well, damn, Vanessa Couture, you know I appreciate you, girl. 20 flim-flam dollars. Even though you're a woman, girl, you already know you're my man. My man! I appreciate you, girl. That's so hot. Vanessa, you know, I don't know why the girls go so crazy, because, you know, just the fact that they exist, you know, I just eat it up. I just love, you're so sweet. Thank you for being amazing. You know, you really put me in lollipop land. What does that mean? Guys, while we've been derailed very quickly, I'd like to issue I don't know, hearty welcome. Hope everybody's had a great day. But really what I'm trying to go through is like, yo, I hope y'all don't have anybody in fucking Vegas, baby. What the fuck went down out there? Y'all see all that bullshit? Is there anybody in the stream who doesn't know what the fuck went down in Vegas? Let's talk about that. Let us talk about that. Are you in the stream and you don't know what the fuck happened in Vegas? Let's talk about it. Some dude just opened fire into a freaking concert of motherfuckers. Real talk. So hopefully y'all don't know anybody there, because that is not cool. That shit is not cool. Creative Murr is all like, what went down? Bitch, how you don't know what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? You busy? You got shit going on? You got shit going on? People were out just minding their own business, and somebody opened bing bong ass fire into a freaking crowd, dude. You know what I'm talking about? Shit is ridiculous. Let me show you some of that monkey balls right now. I'm sorry. Let me turn this shit down. It's way too loud. Let me go ahead and come off of this screen real quick, all right? True Silver says 50 plus dead and around 500 injured. Some dude opened fire at a freaking concert, and from what I was understanding, it seemed like he was in like a hotel window or something, and he was stocked up in the hotel with a whole bunch of guns and shit like this. I'm just like I'm saying, I'm hoping that none of you guys had anybody that was there, because this is fucking brutal, son. They were just at a concert, and then you hear shots ringing out.
Well, I guess someone's really fucking shooting, huh?
The creepiest part about it all is that, like, look, let me roll over to watch people die real quick, because I know that something that I was looking at earlier was not really that graphic. The craziest part of all of this is how the shots ringing out for a minute, son. And to not coin vernacular, what I mean when I say that is that for a considerable amount of time, for a few minutes on end, this dude was just hanging out a window mowing people down. 50 dead. 50 dead, like we said. This shit is crazy. Forgive me for deviating from this list, though. Because let me get into this one. It was like a Twitter post I saw. Holy shit. God damn, you can't hit a nigga with some volume adjustment? Maybe I can just do this on my own from the, okay. Imagine just being at a concert and some shit roll down like this. Oh my god. Fucked up. The scariest part, like I said, is just how long it goes down. Shit's not cool. It's really not cool. Detroit says he was retired with no kids and basically living a nice life as a former accountant. Oh, man. Travis Lee said, how was the dude recording? Just calmly, like, oh, dang. Well, you know what, man? Some people are scary. You know, we're all going to die someday. We are all going to die someday. And the way some people face that shit is just like, hey, man, let's be real. If I was out there, somebody was dead, you can't make jokes. This isn't a joke situation, but I'm just being real for a couple of seconds. If I was out there and I'm Kyle and I got a YouTube channel that I got to take care of because I love you guys, you know, and I want to make sure y'all got that shit. Okay. Maybe I'll try to find some place that's relatively safe in my opinion, even though, you know, bullets are flying in the air, and I would just, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Emily Fu says, is it racist to say that if this was a hip hop concert, people would have been running away a lot sooner? No. Oh, damn, Lissa. Hit me with that $25, girl. Girl, you my man. My man. Girl, you know I appreciate you. Lissa, you are just unbelievable. Like, say it says he killed himself before the cops got there. Holy shit, I didn't know that part. I did not know that part. That is so sad. That is so sad. There's no justice. Some dude just opened fire into a country music fucking concert. And yo, here's the thing. Emily was saying, is it racist to say that if this was a hip hop concert, people would have ran a lot faster? I think the racism that you're questioning is that, you know, black people, Mexican people, Hispanic people, ethnic people that I guess are the main demographic of hip hop, they probably would recognize gunfire faster. Do you get what I'm saying? But you got the wrong fucking crowd. This is a country music festival. Ain't no people in the fucking America proudly celebrating the fact that they can own a gun legally like country and Texan fucking Southern motherfuckers. You know what I mean? These are the people of that wave the American flag, you know what I mean? And they celebrate their right to legally own weapons. Niggas know what a gun fucking sounds like, you feel me? There's only a couple of seconds that people are gonna go, was that a firework? Was that a gun? And when it's clear, based on distant screams, based on rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat, you see what I'm saying? That last video we were watching is particularly scary because it takes about 4 fucking minutes with about 6 different times where it's clear that this nigga unloaded his fucking clip before people are like, are we gonna get out of here? They do the whole let's lay on the ground thing, and then they stand up and they don't move. And then they do the whole let's stay on the ground when he starts shooting again, and then they get up. Nigga, if you laying on the ground, you have already decided and mentally made clear to yourself that somebody is shooting near you. Do you think it's going to get better? Or do you think that there's a potential for it to get worse? Run, nigga, run. And when do you run? Maybe this is the video gamer coming out in me. You run as soon as this nigga stops fucking shooting because he's got to reload or switch to another weapon. You don't wait and then get up after you hear the gunshot stop and going, "Oh, can you believe that? That sounded like gunshots. Hey, Michael, come over here. Thomas, why aren't you moving? Thomas?" You got me fucked up. Listen, as we roll back up this list of, forgive me, 35 cases of patients obviously faking it, I gotta take the time to thank Vanessa and Lissa, my unbelievable. Oh, where are you girls? Say something in the stream chat. Lissa? That's so sweet of you, Lissa. I love you, girl. Forgive me. Let's go ahead and roll up this list. As we arrive at number 30. Damn. I thought it was showing it. Well, my wife's a district nurse. She drives to people's homes, changing dressings, giving medication, etc., etc. Her job has her dealing with many people, such as gang members and people on home detention, meaning people who are on house arrest. That's how we say that in America. But the worst, in her opinion, are the people you never trust even a little bit, are meth patients. Oh shit. According to her, a lot of them will try anything to get even a little bit more. It's true. And they don't have a choice because they're fucking addicts. It doesn't get any harder than meth, motherfucker. You guys will be literally sucking dicks for that meth. There is no limit. Oh man, you gotta feel bad for these motherfuckers. Well, here we go. You really lost your place. She had one not long ago that was extremely talkative, almost like he didn't want her to leave the house. Then he started showing her every little lump and bump, wanting her to make sure they weren't infections or something. Although he wasn't making her uncomfortable, she did think it was strange for him, as he was normally very quiet, and wanted the nurses gone ASAP. When she got back to her car, the back window had been smashed in, but all that was missing was her sharps container and the lockbox the drugs were kept in. It didn't take a genius to figure out what was going on, so she walks back to the house, looks in the front window, and sees the meth dude and another guy sitting on the couch trying to open her lockbox and emptying the sharps container on the floor. She called the police at that point, and despite knowing that some of the needles now on the floor were HIV positive patient needles, she sat in the car until the police department arrived, because you'd never ever get between a junkie and a fix. How sad. How sad. But so is people getting dead, dude. That shit is crazy. Was there like a Reddit thread? We should see what's going on in there. Texas. No, wait, not Texas. God damn it. Fucking brain. Las Vegas. Wait, which is the main one? God damn it. Maybe we should go to actual Reddit as opposed to trying to figure out what's hood. Forgive me. Let me get that out of there. Let me get this over here. Okay. This man took a bullet while protecting my sister from gunfire. Oh, wow, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. Oh. Oh boy. I am not trying to bring you guys down. I am just outrageously interested in what the fuck. People donating blood in Las Vegas. That is really dank, dude. It's fucking wonderful to see. Just a bit of humanity. That's what I'm talking about. Good, 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 good. Holy shit, man. That's what's up. Oh my god. Active shooter. This is the post. This is the post I'm looking for, unfortunately. Somebody was saying if you're a tourist and you have nowhere to go. I'm there now, as in the hotel, checked in not 20 minutes before the shooting started. Was looking out my window when I heard the gunfire and saw the flashing. My first thought was, that's gunfire. I've seen it and heard it many times. Then a pause, and my brain was saying, nah, too many rounds. Must be construction. Then more gunfire. Pause, more. There were so many people in disbelief. This is my confusion. At that point, I'm convinced it's a jackhammer. I'm thinking, crap, who's doing work this late? Well, off to get food. Elevators weren't working. Not 2 minutes after I heard the gunfire. Buttons don't even light up. After about 5 minutes, I tried 3 stairway doors. Keycard didn't work. Now I'm thinking something is up. I tried the hallway phone and waited on hold for 10 minutes. Went back to my room and heard the helicopters. Looked out, the road is full of red and blue flashing lights. Those were gunshots. Those were gunshots. Turned on TV. Yep, wait from... Oh my god. What the bing bong? Automatic gunfire from a high vantage point into a huge crowd of innocent people. It's in it. It's evil. Ooh, boy. Somebody said, if able, donate blood immediately. Oh, negative. Ooh, in critical supply. What the fuck? What the fuck? Somebody said, what really makes me pissed on Twitter are people saying that their father/relative is missing, waiting for retweets, then saying it's a joke, here's my mixtape. Oh my god. Oh my god. Forgive me, as we travel up the list of 35 cases of patients obviously faking it, okay, we arrive at number 29. Not a doctor, but I have a story. My son's uncle was pretty much bedbound. To go to the toilet, he had to use a walker, and it would take him about 10 minutes to slowly get himself to the toilet. And at the back of the house, he would have the whole family waiting on him hand and foot for years. We were visiting once, and my son and a baby at the time, fell asleep in the lounge. I didn't want to move him, so I stayed behind reading a book while the rest of the family went out. The house was really quiet, and I heard my uncle get up and watched him march past me with no walker and no mobility issues. He certainly jumped a foot in the air when I said hi. His face was a picture. Oh my god. He been faking it. He been faking it. Oh my god. This is what we should all do. This is what we should all do when we're young. I mean, when we're old. Holy shit. Ryan Hill says, I'm a bitch, but I like you, Kyle. Okay, Ryan Hill. That's what you're all about. I respect it. To each their own. You're not hurting anybody. Candy Stripe says, Kyle, do you see this train? Yeah. Come on a train. And ride it. There go Lady Spook. Well, here we go, guys. Up the list of Vanessa and Lissa are amazing. Number 28. Faking seizures is super common. Faking unconscious is also super common and very embarrassing for both of us. Oh no. Who would fake a seizure? Somebody said, a seizure must be like the hardest thing to fake. Somebody else said, not if you're good at pissing your pants and vomiting on command. Come on a train and poop it. Woo woo. Number 27. Student nurse, but this happened when I was at the gym. Guy next to me fell off the elliptical, somehow got his foot trapped between the foot pedals and went sideways. The surprising inept personal trainers that are usually well trained in first aid were freaking out. And this guy is literally hamming it up. Talks about calling an ambulance, or being thrown out. I offer to step in. Ah, my ankle. He's on the floor grabbing his leg. I kneel next to him. Hey, bro. I greet him. He's surprised that I'm there. Came up from behind. That he forgets to groan. How much does it hurt on a scale from 1 to 10? 8, he says. I look at his ankle. There's a scratch on it the size of a penny and superficial, hardly any blood. Little red around the scratch ankle, not swollen. I ask him if he can point and flex his foot and rotate his ankle, which he can do with zero difficulty, not even a grimace. I figure he's probably hamming it up because it's embarrassing to fall off a machine in front of everyone. So I get him an ice pack, mostly for show, tell him he'll be fine, and tell the PTs, the personal trainers, not to call an ambulance. His sister comes to pick him up in her car, and he limps out on the wrong leg. Well. Man. It's better than trying to get meds. This was just a feel-good story. A cutesy little story. Oh, how silly. Guys, again, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope your nose isn't constantly filling up whenever you're trying to freaking read online. What? Also hope that you guys weren't getting your ass kicked by Dark Souls 4, otherwise known as Cuphead. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. We're just glad that everybody was away from Las Vegas. Holy shit. That is a little too dank for TV. Number 26. Oh man, this is a doozy. Let's get through it. I had a surreal encounter once. My mother-in-law is a family doctor. I went to her practice to drive her home and was sitting in the waiting area. The place is empty. No, it's not. The place is emptying out, so almost empty, and I'm there alone. The receptionist goes downstairs to get a coffee, because that's the last patient. And she just has to do paperwork when they come out. Then this haggard-looking guy wheels in a wheelchair. When she's gone, he wheels over beside me. He's coughing and sounds like and looks like death. Anyway, last patient walks out before the receptionist is back. A few minutes later, out comes my mother-in-law and sees the guy. She says immediately, "Mr. Blank, please leave." He starts on some crazy mumbling ramble about how he's in so much pain and can't even walk anymore and a bunch of other shit, but I remember explicitly the "I cannot walk anymore" statement. So of course, she says something like, "If you do not leave, I'm going to have to call the police." And the fucking guy jumps out of the chair, can't walk my ass, and runs at her. Now, it wasn't super fast, by my standards at least. At the time, I was like 25 years old in decent shape. But he was going to fucking mess her up by what I could tell. Thankfully, I was able to get up and sort of semi-tackle him against a wall before he got to her. But the fucker was strong, probably drug strong, and I couldn't actually believe what I was seeing. So anyway, Dr. Mother-in-law locked herself in the receptionist's office that's glassed in. Apparently, this is a kind of thing that happens more than just once, which is scary. Interesting. Anyways, she does that and I let the guy go, and he didn't seem like he was going to mess with me, but I kind of think in retrospect I probably should have kept him tackled. Whatever the case, in case he had a knife. But I thought I was invincible. Anyways, he swears at her for a while through the glass and starts banging on it. And it was as if I wasn't there. I thought he might come at me or try to hit me, but no, he was just boxing the glass in front of him. All he sees is her because she's what's standing between him and his fix. Holy bing bong. The one funny part was the secretary opened the door to come in and saw the guy and spilled her coffee and ran like the devil away. The look on her face was priceless, but Lunatic Man was oblivious. This nigga's got a reputation. Anyway, maybe like 5 minutes later, a couple of cops did show up, and weirdly the guy kind of calmed down when they did. They cuffed him and took him away, and we did the reports, and like an hour later I was able to finally drive her home. But she said that the guy just wanted drugs, and she saw him a lot. I still thought it was crazy that he couldn't walk. What a fucking story. Well, isn't that something? Well, isn't that something? I'm just gonna keep scrolling down. I just woke up to a text from my dad. Your brother said everyone is okay. Let's see. Freaks the fuck out. Small update from the airport. Okay, holy shit. Jesus Christ, man, it's one guy. What a way to lose your life, dude. 50 people dead. Oh shit, is that what Spook said too? Oh my god. Wait, no, wait. Stripes fact. Oh god, Stripes. Oh boy. The male marsupial mouse will literally fuck himself to death mating for 12 hours straight without stopping for food or water until his heart gives out. That's what Spook is saying. What a way to go to. 58. Hadoden? Oh no, people probably fucking died from their injuries, dude. That is not the way to go. I'm such a fat ass. I'm like thinking about boneless chicken. I'm always thinking about boneless chicken. Oh boy. Stack Cheddar says, Kyle, that vid is mad depressing, bro. I think I'm like a junkie for surreal, real life shit. It gives me perspective and keeps me from, you know, becoming too emotional. You ever get into an argument, and I say argument, but that's like two-sided. So you ever just have somebody squawk at you? You know, they're obviously really upset about something, but they lack perspective in a way where it's just like, look at this shit. If you were to write this shit down, you would probably feel like a bitch because this is something that you're genuinely upset about. If you were to die right now and they were to put what you're mad as hell about on your tombstone, would it be an embarrassing legacy? The answer is yes. Watching shit like this, where it brings me face to face with my own mortality, it makes me aware that, you know, yeah, what I'm going through is tough. Maybe what I'm going through I don't deserve, but it's better than the alternative, you know? Yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes things don't go our way, you know? But does that mean we should be taking it out on other people with the limited time that we have? Hell to the no. And that's the bottom line. What is Stripe saying? Stripe says, not pizza, just the crust. She says, I really want to eat pizza crust. And Aaron Deere says, you're wired, Candy Stripes. Oh boy. Zelda says, Kyle, people were hurt by the stampede of people running away. I understand, man. The scariest part about those videos, like I fucking said, is that some people just stand in there, and that's what blows my mind. And that is what blows my mind. I can understand shock, dude, but you are not a white person in a fucking horror movie. When shit gets real and you see people around you dropping, when the gunfire stops, you get up and you run. You get up and you fucking run. You ever pick up your phone because you want to do something really quick and you tap the part of the screen right where a notification is coming? That's AIDS. Give me a second because I also need to grab my charger. I love you. Oh, it's literally not going to take any amount of time. I just need to plug this right in. These pants are getting on my nerves now. Oh, why'd you stand up? Is plugging this in rocket science? Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, may have to take off these pants. Ladies and gentlemen, as we travel up this list of 35 cases of patients obviously faking it, we arrive at number 25. I'm sorry, I hope you didn't hear my computer noises, which I normally go out of my way to fucking mute. But somehow System Sounds are back. System Sounds taking care of business. Number 25 is actually pretty short. It just says, today I learned if I want a doctor to give me medication for a fake illness, I need to let myself get hit in the face with my own hand. I don't think you're actually gonna get that though. That can't be how simple it is. Imagine if we could all get weed by punching ourselves in the face. Look, man, somebody punched me in the face. I'm really anxious about it, man. You better give me some weed or I'm gonna punch it again. You're gonna do what? Nothing, man. Give me the weed or I'm gonna punch you. Weed makes people violent, apparently. That'll be the news headline. Oh my god. Boy. Somebody says hi, love from Denmark, Europe. I'm wondering if they're talking to me. That's so cute as a message. I appreciate it. Oh man. I like crust with the garlic dip too. Garlic dick. God man, just let it be, Kyle. Like an Enya song. Did anyone get that Enya reference? If you did, leave a comment about it in the stream chat. You are losing it, Kyle. You are just drained. Need something to energize me, man. And taking off my pants is probably going to be the first step. But I think I want to jump. I want to do some walking after the stream. So, let me... Oh, boy. I feel like I want to reposition this microphone. Give me one second. The best is when people bring their dog to the vet, claiming the dog is in excruciating pain when they're clearly drug seeking. Funny on numerous levels. First of all, animals don't fake pain. If anything, they go out of their way to mask it. Secondly, if you're not an established client, no vet is prescribing shit without doing a complete workup, which can easily cost $300 or significantly more. And finally, most canine pain drugs are fairly mild and only prescribed in small amounts, like a week's work. So, even if you get what you want, you've got probably enough in the bottle for a good 2 highs. If that. If that. Candy Stripe says, Kyle, tell us what to do with your hands. Just extend it near your face. But bring it to like the right side of your face. I want you to look forward with your head balls. Take your head and look straight forward. Bring your hand to the right side of your face so that it's like barely in your peripheral, right? And then I want you to try and literally bring your hand that is in your peripheral to your right, literally as quickly to your left as you can. And you may successfully smack yourself in the face. And that's how Kyle likes it. You know what I mean? That's just foreplay. Oh yeah. So as we roll up to number 23 here, not exactly what you're wanting, but I'm reminded of this story. I once had to go to the ER for horrendous stomach pain. I thought my appendix burst. Doctors loaded me up. Doctors loaded me up on pain meds and took scans, but found nothing was wrong. Then, while laying in bed waiting for a specialist, I let out a massive fart, and the pain went away. Baby, and the pain went away. What do you think about that shit, Dolphin? Oh, that's my dolphin. Make me want to smack that dolphin. Hey, Dolphin. Come here. Come here. Right here. Come on. I'm not going to smack you. I'm just going to... Bitch! Of course I'm going to smack your dolphin ass. Stupid dolphin. That's enough. Number 22. Oh my God. I'm an X-ray technician. All the time in the ED, you will have patients that come in seeking things. Patients wanting things? Nuts. What's next? People wanting things? These patients will have a bunch of X-rays ordered. So when you first start the exams, they will be in all sorts of pain. They cannot position any body part, fighting and begging you not, oh my God, not to do it. Then after about 15 minutes, when they notice that you are going to do your job, they stop the charade and get through the stack of images ordered on them. It's quite incredible, really. The other thing that blows my mind is when people want the worst possible outcome of their disease. Like you can feel the craving for sympathy emanating from them with praises, oh, that's really bad, isn't it? Or, oh man, is that the worst you've seen? Not said with dread, but like barely hidden excitement. What the hell? What the hell? Eja Tranten says, yes, Kyle, I love your channel. In my country, we huddle around the fire and we watch your channel and we praise. And we hold hands and we sing. And the women, they come in and they take out their titties and they say, I wish he could see these. Oh, la, 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 la. Okay, that's enough, Kyle. Come on. Reel it in. Aaron Deere says, Kyle, take your right hand and spread your fingers. Wake it back and forth. Wake it. Man, I'm going to wake your mama back and forth, homie. With your Pringle eating ass. Ain't that a Pringle in the asshole? Ain't that a Pringle in the asshole? Oh, Dr. Scam says, Kyle, ever had a fart so powerful your clothes fit better afterwards? No, bro. You're so unoriginal, Dr. Scam. I love you. But you gotta make something up that's relatable. All right, how about you ever had a fart so hot that like you convinced yourself, damn, nah, it was just a hot fart. It wasn't like a poop. It wasn't a poop. This is what you're thinking to yourself. Okay, good Lord, that was not a poop. It feels like one, but it's just a heat. It was really hot. But after a while, you had a fart so hot that it triggered an inner monologue within yourself that ended with you inevitably going to the bathroom and wiping just to see. Just to see. You probably haven't heard somebody say that before, but it's a big world, so you probably heard, who knows what you've heard. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God. Number 21, man. So, I have so many of these. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Male patient, 18 years old, rolled in unconscious. Mom says he's been like that for the past 4 hours. Go to check his lungs when I hear something interesting. I place the stethoscope near his mouth and hear him breathe normally. But the breath out. But then breathe out by saying breath. No joke. What the fuck? Look, man. Male, 21 years old, admitted with inability to speak for the last 2 hours and respiratory distress. The lungs are clear, but we hook him up to oxygen for a few minutes. After he's taken off, his father comes running and drags me over, saying his son's tongue refuses to go back in after receiving the oxygen. I look at the kid, and he's seriously just lying there with his tongue poking out like a child. I tell them to push it back in. A few minutes later, the dad tells me the boy is convulsing. I go see without making my presence known, and he's lying there just fine. The moment I ask the mom how he's doing, he starts convulsing. Think of an odd version of the worm, but on his back. Oh my God. Callum Brady says Philip Seymour Hoffman starts sharting in a long cam poly. A long cam poly, guys. Oh my God. This isn't a number. Female patient, 16 years old, admitting with complaints of recurrent seizures and frothing at the mouth. I look at her, and she is literally blowing spit bubbles. I check her reflexes. Everything is intact. The moment I turn away to check on another patient, she suddenly becomes rigid, and the spitting intensifies. Interesting. Male patient, 30. Unconscious and completely unresponsive for 6 hours. This guy was totally dedicated to this act. I initially approached it as a stroke, but when the blood pressure, ECG, reflexes, pupils, etc., etc. are all normal, I start checking pain sensation. He slowly began to open his eyes and groan as I asked him to tell me his name, but the moment his Achilles tendon was pressed, he suddenly sat up, stated his name, and declared himself cured. Female patient, 17 years old. Complained of respiratory distress and convulsions. Everything's normal on admission, and she's conscious but refuses to eat. Parents are worried out of their minds, and every few minutes she has a fit, where she would just basically shake from side to side. She let slip to a nurse that she didn't want to go to school that week, so she was faking an illness. Since she was refusing to eat, the attending nurse wrote up an order for a nasogastric tube, which was inserted and then removed by her in a matter of minutes. And we prescribed her sugar pills because her parents wouldn't let us transfer her to psychiatry or discharged her. She finally left after 4 days. Girl, I'm surprised we're not finding more Tumblr stories. But let's not get into it. Speaking of which, you know what you can get into? My Streamlabs, baby. I dare you, I fucking dare you. I bet you won't do it. That's what I thought. I know you won't do it. You see what I'm talking about? As we go to number 20 on the list. What's the list, Kyle? Tell me one time what that list is. 35 cases of patients obviously faking it. Is that a picture of Doctor Who? That's funny because he's a doctor. Do you get it? Ooh, your thumbnail game is so lame, Kyle. You're so gay. Number 20. I'll tell you the opposite side of many of these experiences. When I was 23, my lung collapsed. Probably the most painful thing that happened to me, aside from broken bones and such. I went to hospital in an ambulance, and the time I got there, I wasn't in pain anymore. Wow. I was terrified they would think I was faking it, but thankfully the chest x-rays revealed that my lung had completed its collapse. And I guess it just hurts when it's coming apart from the chest wall. I didn't have surgery, but I was on suction, attached to the wall with a tube, and I'm scared now. How does a lung collapse? Like, what causes that to happen? Keep it together, Kyle. and finish reading this. Okay, I didn't have surgery, but I was on suction, attached to the wall with a tube inserted in my chest for several days, over the Thanksgiving holiday. Oh no. Standard hospital, you're left alone mostly unless you ring your bell and they come to visit you. The second day I rang my bell because I was in a bit of discomfort. No one came. I rang it again and again and again. Nothing. Wow. Well, I picked up the phone, got an outside line, and called the hospital.
Dare this.
Damn, Nicholas Thorne. You actually went there when I dared you, man. I didn't know you were all about them 420 donations.
Smoke weed every day.
I appreciate it. Not that. Not that. Forgive me. Not that. Guys, look. I picked up the phone, got an outside line, called the hospital, and asked for the nurse's station on my floor. Unforgivable. I got through to them and explained my plight. Apparently my buzzer was broken. They came down so apologetic and had a new bed delivered and transferred me to it. The point is, the first time I was in a huge pain and then it was suddenly gone, I was in fear they would think I was faking it. And the second time was due to mechanical failure. I got ignored. And it gets better. 6 months later, the lung collapsed again. Nigga, I don't come into these threads to get scared. What do you mean a lung collapse? How does that happen? How does a lung collapse? What causes a lung to collapse? A pneumothorax is usually caused by an injury to the chest, such as a broken rib or a puncture wound. It may also occur suddenly without injury. Result from damage to the lungs caused by conditions such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, asthma, cystic fibrosis, and pneumonia. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. I don't come in here for this. Look. It gets better. 6 months later, that lung collapsed again. I knew that pain from before, so I was like, hey, my lung's collapsing, I think. It was midnight. My friend took me to the hospital. They took x-rays and then told me not to worry and discharged me. I was like, I'm in a lot of pain here. They were like, nonsense. There's nothing wrong. Next morning, I wake up short of breath and the phone's ringing. It's the hospital. The doctor was reviewing the previous night's x-rays and apparently the tech or nurse, whoever looked at it, missed that my lung had in fact collapsed. What? So he was demanding my address so that he could send an ambulance to fetch me. That time I had surgery to staple the lung in place. No more collapses ever since. Dude, so you can staple a lung in place? God, that's gotta cost an arm and a leg. As long as it doesn't cost a lung. Fuck this story. I love you, Thorne. I love you, Vanessa. I love you, Lissa. This has been physically exhausting for me. I don't know why I hypochondriac so hard, but I'm like legit. I am like legit scared about having a lung collapse. That's not okay. So as we roll up to number 19, I'm not a doctor or a nurse. Yeah, but I am a disability attorney. I've seen a few obvious fakes. My favorite was this hearing office that's a single courtroom sort of tacked on to the back of one of the satellite offices. What a fucking sentence. Judge came down from the main ODAR office every so often to do hearings there. However, the entrance is around the side of the building, so often go in the front of the building and sit in there waiting, even though I told them it isn't around the side. So, I have a client that did exactly that. She's claiming disability in part because she can't walk more than a few steps without falling over in extreme pain. She uses a cane or a walker to get around everywhere. Of course, none of this is in her records. She originally claimed it was because she couldn't afford to see a doctor, so I believed her. Well, I get close to the hearing time and she hasn't arrived. So I go out to the parking lot and give her a call. No answer. The phone is already off. I figure that she went in the front entrance. Sure enough, as soon as I start heading towards the front of the building, I see her running around the side of the building, cane in one hand. She doesn't even notice me in the parking lot. I go back to talk to her ahead of the hearing. Suddenly she can't walk no more. Yeah, there are a ton of cases where people can do short bursts of walking or even running, but can't do sustained standing / walking to hold down a light exertional level job. Well, but this wasn't that. This was straight up faking it for a hearing. Now, luckily, she had other mental things that were going on with her, which were actually pretty well documented, but it was still pretty funny seeing the miracle cure come running around the side of the building. I am exhausted. I am exhausted all of a sudden. This list is, it's killing me. Humans. Number 18. This just happened last week. Strangely enough, I've been a nurse for 4 years now, and this is probably the worst I've seen. Well, a young adult comes in with seizure-like activity. We're a neuroscience floor, so we get these a lot. Complains of severe abdominal pain related to her seizures, apparently. They run multiple CTs and MRIs and come back clean. We put her on 24-hour VEEG machine. Kill me, kill me, kill me. She reportedly has 100 seizures throughout the night, or hundreds of seizures, with full body convulsions, drooling, upper extremity contractions, and will not respond to verbal stimuli. Post-ictal. She's not lethargic, just confused. Doesn't know her own name, the place that she's in, or what time it is. But the rest of her neuroassessment is benign. No bladder incontinence during. Had perfect control of all limbs. Fucking get to the point. She screams for pain medication when she's not having seizures. Seizures, Kyle? Is there a J in there? Shut the fuck up. You out here critiquing my reading? I'm about to fall over. I'm so exhausted. And you're derailing yourself on this bullshit, Kyle? Were you playing the same Cuphead game I was playing earlier? I'm dying out here. I'm dying. She screams for pain medications when she's not having seizures, but is for some reason refusing everything they offer to her. Tylenol, no. Percocet, makes her feel weird. Lidoderm patch for her abdomen, it gives her sores in her mouth. I guarantee if a doctor dropped the D word, she would have been all over that. After 24 hours of being, her? Maybe here is what they meant, I think. After 24 hours of being here, thousands of dollars worth of tests being run, all coming up negative, the doctor had no choice but to send her ass home. She'd become agitated and seizing again, while the doctor is basically explaining that she's faking it. He says, "I'll wait." She immediately stops. Security had to escort her out, nigga, with me in tow because I was too paranoid that she would throw herself on the floor before.
Hey guys, Dean Takahashi here, the game journalist. Oh wow, this Cuphead tutorial is quite challenging. Oh, jumping is quite a difficult feat of skill. If only I was the gaming chosen one known as Kyle.
Oh man, he called that dude by name. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Is there a Dean Takahashi gif? Jesus Christ, this nigga is my fucking hero. What are you bringing up Dean Winchester for when I type in Dean Takahashi? Oh, I spelt it wrong. My bad. Give me a gif of this shit, Lord Jesus. Give me a gift, Lord Jesus. This dude could not get over this fucking tutorial. Is this a gift? Oh no. Oh no. It's Dean Takahashi, baby.
60 minutes late.
Oh shit. Damn, Zip Z stream. Damn. I didn't know you were on that giggledy froosh. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you. Wow, that made me shoot up. Oh, I didn't have the energy for that. I got dizzy for a little bit. Thank you, Zip Z stream. You already know. You're my man. My man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Guys, for those of you who don't know who Dean Takahashi is or why that tickled me so much, very quickly, there's a game called Cuphead that recently came out. And the bottom line is, in the game Cuphead, you play like a little dude who, you know, it's a platformer. You know what I mean? You've heard of platformers before in your life. Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis was a platformer. Mario for the Nintendo is a platformer. Games where you move from the left side to the right side of the screen and you press the A button or whatever button at a right like time to jump. All this nigga has to... Oh my god, you're dying. You are dying. All this dude has to do, as indicated at the top, is use the Y button to dash in mid-air. Dean Takahashi took himself nearly a goddamn fucking 10 minutes just jumping at this fucking pillar like it was gonna work. And you know what the scariest part is? He didn't even try to jump over on the left platform and see if you could like jump off of this onto that. But he's a games journalist, not a gamer, okay? So we can't get on his back for it, I guess. But when the tutorial, when it's like you illiterate, homie, damn. When it's like you're illiterate, homie, damn. Guys, I apologize, and let's continue to make... Did I even finish this? Yeah, I finished that last one. God, I'm dying. But not really dying, because people actually died in Las Vegas, and that's fucked up, man. I hope none of y'all know anybody out in Las Vegas, baby. That's not the way to go. Why are people always opening fire at a concert? Yo, that shit is fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's not like y'all rolling down to a police station. I'm kidding. That's fucked up too. Kyle, nobody deserves to die. And I'm, you know, if we don't try to make a joke out of something, man, we are going to just be lost in the depths of this despair of the situation that we're in. This is something terrible. This is something terrible. So as we continue up this list, we arrive at number 17. There are some fun ones in Psych. The patient went into her room and in a very obvious stage voice, just loud enough for us to hear in the main area, started saying random, unconnected sentences and phrases. Then she immediately came out, walked straight up to us and asked, "How do I know if the voices are real?" She would act perfectly normal when she thought we weren't looking. But as soon as we walked loudly up to the door, she'd start talking to herself. Yeah, no, that's not how psychosis works. Good try though, although there was this girl who strangled herself unconscious. There was no pressure whatsoever on her throat or neck. The doctor quietly snuck up to her, then smacked his hand together in a giant clap, and she jumped. And another patient who had seizures, she lay in bed twitching. When I called her for lunch, I said, "All right, if you lie there for too long, you're going to be stuck with the vegetarian option." The seizures magically stopped. Man, I wish I knew some hoes that was trying to, you know, pretend that they were going unconscious around me. You see where this is going. As we roll up to number 16. Not a doctor, but I once had a friend who was always faking injuries to get attention. My favorite was when he bumped his foot on a table, and after screaming bloody murder, he proceeded to limp on the wrong leg. I'm gonna have to take these pants off. Kyle, how fast do you think you can go through these, baby? I'm so sorry. I love everybody in the stream. Vanessa, Lissa, fucking Nicholas Thorne, fucking Zip Z stream, Stripes, Faith, Davis, all of you. You know you're my main man here. Hey, by the way, everybody, you guys are being very cool in chat tonight. There's nobody like Well, actually, like, I guess Fat Man and Bishop aren't here, so they aren't they're the ones who typically get the stream particularly tilt. But yes, to anybody in the stream who's lurking right now that normally wouldn't say anything, I honestly want to hear from you. So can you just type a lowercase h in the stream chat right now? I would appreciate that. Mistral Hadodin says, I love your voice, Gael. That's so sweet. If only you're a woman with big ass titties. You don't talk to. Oh, okay, look, whoa. We're gonna scroll through this. It's nice to see so many of you. Cometail, Mistral, Little Billy, Genevieve, Man, Sinner J, Mitch Runs, Banal Vulgarian, Alicia, Tanks. No, Tanks. I haven't seen you before. Chris Pyle, Jeebus Cripple. What a name. Jack Cheddar. Kaz Loves. Why I gotta be uppercase though, Kaz? Chris Pyle. Yeah. Swagtastical. Patricia. I feel like I've seen you before. Wait, that may be the Patricia that's a patron. Interesting. Samuel J. It's nice to see so many of you lurking, and I do hope that you're all having wonderful days. God, I love this Vanessa. So much Vanessa. Them big ass titties. I'm kidding. I don't know, but I can only hope. I'm sure maybe she had a baby recently, and then they just get engorged and then veiny. But that's another list for another day. Kyle, you are on the list of 35 cases of patients obviously faking it. And I'm flying through at least 5 of these. Nah, nigga, 10. Because I'm tired. And it's that time. Number 15. I've heard a lot of people fainting are found out by simply raising their hand above their head and letting go. Magically, these people tend to move their hand out of the way to stop it from hitting their face. Similarly, at a summer internship, we get a lot of patients claiming they're in terrible pain, rolling around in pain, unable to move, and then 15 minutes later, on the plus side, however, your nostril is filling up. And then 15 minutes later, you see them smoking a cigarette. Drives me crazy. On the plus side, however, that internship was when I was out for a smoke break. I was given one of those electric lighters from one of them who quit. And then there when they got called back. Oh my God. Give me a second here. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Number 14. As an epileptic, seeing all these odd stories about people faking seizures makes me incredibly angry. In fact, it's made me so angry that I've now got unspecified 10 out of 10 pain, which only Percocet, Molly Percocet, will help with. Side note, to anyone considering faking a seizure, make sure to bite your tongue really, really hard. The more blood there is, the more convincing. Bite all the way down or all the way through if you can. And always piss yourself. In fact, just to be sure, it's probably best if you shit your... I did my fucking gasp. I hate doing that on the mic, because you guys know. Oh my God. Okay. In fact, just to be sure, probably best to shit yourself too. Punch yourself in the face a few times or headbutt a wall to give a convincing mild concussion. And then when you collapse, make sure you land directly in your piss and shit. Ideally, face first. Ooh yeah. Number 13. My wife did her residency at a county hospital in the Midwest city. I put some fucking Vicks on my face and it is burning my nose clean off, baby. Oh my God. My wife did her residency at a county hospital in the Midwest. Ooh boy. Talking faster is not gonna get this burn off of you. You might as well just wipe it off, man. Ooh. But the other nose is still okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, on a really cold night, they wouldn't usually get a few homeless people. They would usually get a few homeless people in the ER with chest pains, basically just using it as a nice place to get a meal and stay warm for a bit. Oh, those poor homeless people. Probably committing crimes so they could get in jail. It's a place to stay. Get some meals. Hey, cop, fuck you. Gonna piss on your shoes. Oh, shit. Guess I'm going to jail now. That's a sweet deal. Number 12. Husband is a urologist. The ER calls with a patient who is reportedly writhing in pain from kidney stones. Patient brought with him a stone he passed for analysis. Hubby walks in, sees one of the regular drug seekers, takes a look at the sample, determines it's a pebble a guy picked up in the parking lot. Good Lord. Good Lord. Number 11. Happens every day. A lot of patients in the hospital are in pain, and many for a good reason. We tend to treat them with varying strengths of narcotics. Not uncommonly, people like to take advantage of that. Numerous times I will ask someone to rate their pain, with 10 out of 10 being the worst that they have ever had, and it's always 10. Usually accompanied with a lot of moaning and writhing, but now I make it a habit to stand outside their door and listen and watch before I walk in. Almost always they are chilling, watching TV or on their phone, and as soon as I walk in, oh God, it hurts so bad. Pretty funny to watch sometimes. Okay. Oh boy. Oh my God. Emily Fu says, the other nose. Why you mad? Because I got 2 noses. You jealous? I know you want 2 noses too. If y'all want 2 noses, just hit me with a donation. I'll see what I can do, okay? But it's not going to make you popular among the other humans. I've seen them. I've seen the way they look at they consider anything different from them a problem, you know? It's not like it is in your video games and your movies where the aliens are fine. In real life, you guys are scared shitless, bro. You know how much time and effort my kind puts into looking just like you? And is it even worth it? Dr. Scam says, Kyle, I broke my leg in 2 places. Didn't help for a day. And they made me try to walk on it before they knew. Oh, shit. Didn't get help for a day. That's pretty dank, man. I'm glad you're better now. As we travel up to number 10, my husband is a firefighter and an EMT. He told me about a time where they were called for a man seizing. When they got there, a guy was lying face up on the floor, not moving, and then started faking a seizure. They stood there saying things like, oh wow, this is a bad one. But if they did XXX, then we should really be worried. And the patient was suddenly starting doing XXX behavior. Apparently this went on for a while until he miraculously woke up in the ambulance asking for opiates. What is XXX? I think XXX in this context means just like blank. And he should have just blanked it out. Like, oh, if he does this, then he will really be worried. Somebody said, oh, wow, this is a bad one. But if they started singing Bohemian Rhapsody while shitting themselves, then we'd be really worried. Patient pauses, analyzing if shitting themselves is worth a better chance of getting drugs. Caught in a landslide, no escape from my shitty pants. Open your eyes. Ambulance surprise, opiates. Please, what the fuck does XXX mean? Number 9. I can't do this every day. Maybe I should have napped today. Is that my problem? Am I hungry? Ooh, wee, that's a toughie. can do. 12 or 13-year-old kid was having seizures. This whole damn thread is just faking seizures. This shit ain't cool. It's boring. I'm not trying to bore my stream. Make the list more interesting, list that's already been made by the entries of people who have submitted it. Why are people upvoting things like this? This better make me giggle. It better make me chuckle. This whole rest of the thread better be a veritable episode of Seinfeld as we fucking roll up, and not like a lame Seinfeld, like a good one, like a episode of Frasier type stuff. You know, oh baby, I hear the blues are calling, toss salads and scrambled eggs. Baby, I seem a bit confused, but okay, I promise I'm good, but I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Okay. Yo, Alicia says we're also dealing with terrorists attacking in Edmonton, Alberta? What the fuck are you talking about? Man charged with 5 counts of attempted murder. What the fuck? As rude as it is to say, thank God, you know, he didn't get a lot of people. Because 50 is not a number that I want to read about of people dying anywhere. Let alone at a fucking concert when they're trying to enjoy themselves, man. Think about going to a concert and having that be the place you fucking die at. That shit is not right. Ooh. Let's get through this list. 12 and 13-year-old kids having seizures would have another every time the ER tried to discharge her. Magically woke up when her father proposed getting ice cream with no recollection of what happened. Video EEG was negative, of course. Older lady pretending to be catatonic was helping us transfer her from wheelchair to the bed. She wasn't limp. And when we held her hand over her face and let go, she dropped it to her side. If she were truly out of it, she would have smacked herself in the face. I love that test. I'm going to have to do that test on people in the future. You want to come over to my house and pretend to be unconscious? And then I'll hold your hand over your face and then let it go and you slap yourself in the face. Yep. That'll be cool. That's how I want to spend my evenings. I'm so loose. I am turning into a little kid, man. I'm gonna. There are only 8 more. There are only 8 more. And you all deserve it. I love you. Let's take care of business. Number 8. Get called for an unconscious intoxes at a bar. Okay. Get her out into the ambulance. She shouts, "I'm having a seizure," and starts waving her arms around. I tell her, people who have seizures don't generally announce it first. Her response, "You're being very judgmental, and I was getting ready in case I had a seizure. Gotta stretch first." I guess. Okay. Brilliant. Whew. Dr. Scam said, Kyle, is there a possibility for 2 lists tonight? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I do this shit every night and you're asking for 2 lists. What are you talking about? Oh, number 7. People like Dr. Scam make me want to find a gun and put a magic curse on a gun that'll take the bullets from people who have recently been killed and put it back inside the gun so I can put all of those bullets into Dr. Scam. You know what I'm talking about? You know what Dr. Scammed us all? The doctor who performed the delivery on Dr. Scam. Dr. Scam's mom had a doctor and he scammed us all. That bastard. Gotta go back in time. Oh, it's turning into a what time is it stream. What the hell is wrong with you kids? See, this is why all the adults just shut the hell up in here and watch me flounder around as I fucking get more and more exhausted as the days go by. Number 7. My partner at work is an administrator with an ED nursing background. She was called into the ED one night last year to deal with a patient who was complaining of severe headaches and nosebleeds, but was refusing to go for any kind of examination in favor of being admitted. They are pretty sure at this point that she is drug seeking, as she refused to even lie in bed. My friend left the room and was standing a few feet outside the patient's glass bay, talking with the charge nurse, when she noticed the patient turn around and hunch over. She subtly stopped the conversation so she could observe. The patient turned around with more blood on her nose and blood on her fingers from where she had been reaching into her underwear and smearing period blood all over her face to fake a nosebleed.
Now that's the type of entry I'm talking about. Kyle is back, baby.
On the Kyle list tonight.
Ooh-wee. Motherfucker. Just when you thought we were gone, we are back.
Listen. The patient turned around with more blood on her nose and blood on her fingers from where she had been reaching into her underwear and smearing period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period. Period blood. Whoa, period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Lick it up, lick it up. That's enough. That's fucking enough. Let's read the comments on that one. Goddamn. God damn.
God damn!
Number 6. Ow. Okay. No, why are you doing all these stories? I don't see a damn thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody gilded it. Let me just scroll up here, see what's going on. Why did I go so low in this? Look, we're close to the end. You can do this, Kyle. Do it for period blood. Do it for period blood. That's how you know that the love for Lissa and Vanessa are there, because on the monthly basis, that's how they roll out. Some girls are lucky they actually get their period. You can't fucking say that. You can't fucking say that.
Period blood. Slap that on some toast.
Slap it on some toast.
Number 6, Paramedic here. I'm flying through these, man. These fucking entries are way too long. I have 3 stories that come to mind. Gather around, why don't you, as I regale you with a tale that will make your nails and butt cheeks clench. Whoa, why is the wall sticky? What the fuck? The wall is sticky right here. What the fuck? Nigga, I'm gonna die. Well, number 6, Paramedic here. I have stories. Here they are. Story 1. We got called to a local Waffle House for a seizure. Cool. We walk in to find a man lying on the floor, not moving, but breathing. We start talking to the waitresses and asking what had happened. While talking to her, we occasionally look down at the patient and find him with one eye barely cracked open, watching us. When he sees us looking at him, he closes his eye. This happens a few times. Then the cops show up and find out what's going on. One of the officers asked the waitress, "Did he eat here?" "Yes, he did." "How much is the bill?" $14. At this point, the officers roll the patient over and find his wallet. The guy has a $20 bill in it. One of the officers takes out the 20, gives it to the waitress, and tells her, "Keep the change." You could see the anger in the patient's face when he realizes he's not getting out of paying this bill. He ended up faking a seizure on the way to the hospital. I'm not about to explain how I know it was fake, but I'm not going to give anyone any info on how to fake seizures. Well, I'm sure there's a YouTube video on it. How to fake a seizure. Hey guys, it's your boy Daryl. Coming at you with another video. Know you guys want to get in that fucking emergency room, get some of them drugs, but you gotta know how to trick them. Cause they went to school, so they know how you supposed to seize. You gotta look, you gotta do like, and then you're like you're. Okay, that's enough. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Story number 2, because I'm getting through this shit. Fuck me. We get called to a fall in the women's bathroom at Walmart. Now that's what I'm talking about. We walk in and the manager is freaking out. We go into the bathroom to find a white female face up on the floor. I'm guessing she weighs at least 350 pounds. There were 2 friends of hers standing in there with her. I ask her what happened. She says she slipped into a puddle and fell, hurting her back. Stop doing that gasp thing. I look all over the bathroom. There's no water on the floor. I ask the manager and the patient's friends, "Do you see water on the floor?" They all say, "No." I then tell the patient, "There's no water on the floor, ma'am." She says, "I'm lying on top of it." We're going to have to roll her to her side in order to get a backboard under her and pick her up. I explain that to her. As we roll her to her side, I check her back for any obvious injuries. I then check her clothing and the floor she was lying on. Nothing was wet. I have the manager, who is grinning from ear to ear at this point, and the patient's friend look. "Do you see any water on the floor? Are her clothes wet?" They all said no. We then roll the patient onto the board, pick her up, and place her on the stretcher. At this point, I tell the patient, "I'm going to be writing up paperwork for us to call and your treatment. But part of what is going to be written up is the fact that you said you slipped on a wet floor and that no water was either on the floor or soaked into your clothing. This is standard. I have to write it up. I have to do what I'm told in addition to what I say. What you need to understand is this. If you happen to decide to take Walmart to court, they can request a copy of my report, and it's going to show that you said and what I found. They can also summon me to testify. And if I do, I'm going to tell them what you told me and what I saw, what the manager saw, and what your friends saw. That being said, do you want to keep dragging this out and go to the hospital? Or do you want to just get up from my stretcher and be done with it? She chose to get up and leave. Hey, somebody had they shit fucked up in the stream chat. Looks like Legendary Fat Man is here saying, guess what? Apparently it's payday for him. I'm so glad for him. Hopefully he can replace them oats. Fat man bunches of oats. 21 Pilot says, why you taking...
Hello Kyle, you're quite good at turning me on.
Thank you, meme daddy. Wait a minute. Was that Fat Man? Why did he make another name? Meme daddy Fat Ma'am. Is that Fat Man's girlfriend? That'd be cool if he had a wife named Fat Ma'am. Oh no. At any rate, did 21 Pilots just say, why was I talking to myself? You talking like a bitch, motherfucker. You better be a female talking to me like that, bruh. I don't talk to myself ever. If you're hearing voices, you're hearing voices. Don't bring me in on your crap. You're not gonna get any medication out of the fucking doctors by pretending that I'm talking to myself. I don't even exist. Oh, Legendary Fat Man says it's me, Kyle. It's always me. And then there's some sort of penis and a scissor. Okay. Oh, I get it. If he cut off his penis, then he would be Fat Ma'am. Brilliant. As we arrive at story number 3 in this entry, god damn it. We got called to a 13-year-old having a first-time seizure. We get on the scene and the entire family is freaking out, except for the father. I walk into the room where the kid was, obvious faker. I turn to the dad and have him go outside into the hallway. I tell him the boy is faking, and I ask if anything unusual happened today. The father tells me he found marijuana in the kid's room and that he was getting onto him about it, and the kid started seizing. I reassure the father that his son was not seizing, and he asked if we could take him to the hospital just to be safe. I said no problem. We picked the kid up and put him on the stretcher, and as we head outside to the ambulance, he exhibits more behavior that shows he's faking. Inside the ambulance, I tell the kid I know he's faking and ask him to stop, but he keeps on. The hospital we take him to doesn't have board-certified emergency department physicians. They use general practice and internal medicine physicians. A lot of smaller hospitals do this. I bring the kid in and give a patient report to the internal medicine doctor and the RN, and I say the kid is faking his seizing activity. The doctor had a problem with that. You can't possibly tell he's faking. I assure him that yes, the kid is faking. I explain the situation that led up to him faking and that I could prove it. The doctor says, I'd like to see that. The RN knows exactly what's going on and what I wanted to do. He's all for it. So I say to the kid, Bob, I don't remember his name, we need a urine sample from you and we need you to wake up to do it. If you don't wake up, we're going to shove a tube into your penis, run it all the way into your bladder, and take a urine sample from you. Who is the what?
Yeah, I got nothing funny. Penis?
Is that 100? I'm pressing the wrong son of a bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fat man 100 bing bongadoos.
My man.
I'm talking about. Guys, let's give that slow. Let's give that slow round of applause. Let's give that up. Let's give that up for Fat Man. Damn, Fat Man. Well done, Fat Man. You did it. You did it, baby. I think I'm actually I feel like I'm pretty close to doing what I want to do now with that. Wait, I was telling Fat Man about that. Is the computer that I wanted to make. I can't believe it's coming to fruition. My reality. My cupcake-ality. My computer balls. And then I can play everything with everyone forever. Wow. Fat Man. I don't even know what to say, balls. Thank you again, Fat Man. If anyone ever tries to run a tube up your penis, Fat Man, I'll be there to stop them. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate you forever. Oh my god. Well, so I say to the kid, we need a urine sample from you, and if you don't wake up, we're going to shove a tube in your dick and run it all the way up to your bladder and take a urine sample from you. Just wake up, give us a sample. Nothing from the kid. Okay, if you don't wake up in 10 seconds, we're going to start prepping you to get the tube shoved in your cock. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. His eyes opened wide as saucers before he realized we caught him. He then closed his eyes, started blinking, looking around the room, and said, "What happened?" The RN was laughing, and the doctor was a little pissed. Well. Oh Fat Man, did you hear about Las Vegas? Oh my god. Fat Man said he had surgery on his nuts. And he's had a tube in his cock before. Mr. Hadodin says, you building a PC, Kyle? Yeah, finally. And it's gonna have a 1080 in it. Because I'm a faggot like that. I'm a faggot like that. That's how I get down, apparently. Because I need it. I wanted to do this build with a 1060, but I don't think it can run the shit I want to run. And you want to know what I want to run, guys? I want to run emulators. What the fuck noise was that? That was strange. That was a strange noise that came out of my phone and there's no explanation. I feel like it's watching me sometimes. Interesting. Still though, I'm excited because if I get a computer built, then I'll be able to play with everybody who's always saying, "Man, I'm playing on PC, can you?" But then I'll never have to ask myself whether or not my computer can run something. Especially since I'll be downloading everything for free. Haha. Number 5. I'm an audiologist. Yeah. And it's fairly common to have people fake hearing loss. Wow. With adults, it's commonly for workers' compensation benefits. Commonly, nigga? Ugh. I can't believe Fat Man is being real enough to tell the stream that his testicles didn't descend when he was 3 years old. They didn't plop on down. You know what I mean? Fat Man's testicles, come on down. Thanks again, Fat Man, you're amazing. Anyway, look. Children do it all the time for attention to get out of school for a day. They are fairly easy to spot. Patients will come in conversing with me very normally, but when the audiogram will show a profound hearing loss. We all have our tricks to get them to slip. I like to lower my mic volume to a normal range and mention that they dropped something when they're in the booth. They instinctively reach for it, forgetting that they shouldn't have heard it because of their loss. We can also do an auditory brainstem response, bypassing the need for patients' responses. A Stenger test can identify those fakers that only have a hearing loss in one ear. My favorite is when testing kids that are clearly faking. Part of the test requires me to have them repeat words. So I present them at a normal volume and the kids are really straining to hear them. Then I slip in words like butt crack and watch to see them smile because they clearly heard it. Well. Ooh, my body feels crazy today. Crazy body jam. Ooh. Lissa says currently rebuilding my PC with upgrades. Lissa, you're a PC girl? I really thought that. Damn. I wonder if her and her man play together. I wonder. As we roll up the list to number 4, it reads, Paramedic here. Gentleman called 911 from a restaurant claiming he had a migraine and was unable to see properly. He was literally 2 blocks from the hospital. I've had migraines. I'm sympathetic. On the way to the call, I was planning my treatment plan so we would be more care. Sorry, I felt like I was gonna burp. Weird. Look, on the way to the call, I was planning my treatment plan so that we would be more comfortable during the wait in the emergency room. He was waiting outside in full sunlight, waving at us, thanked us politely for coming to his rescue, sat in the well-lit ambulance, chatting up a storm, making inappropriate jokes, laughing, stating the whole time he was 10 out of 10 in pain for a migraine, and that only Percocet works to reduce the pain. He has them frequently, and wouldn't you know it, He's run out of his prescribed medication and the doctor is on vacation. The chef from the restaurant he called from came out and asked for his information. Our patient was unable to pay his bill due to the pain. He conveniently had no ID he could leave with the restaurant and only had his debit card with him. He promised to come back once he was feeling well enough to tap his PIN into the machine, but right now he couldn't. The chef knew 100% the guy was full of shit, but couldn't do anything. As someone who has had a vomiting, shaking, vision-affecting migraine in the past, he did nothing to convince anyone he was in actual discomfort. I actually would greatly prefer if he had said, I ate a meal I can't afford and I'm addicted to painkillers. Can you please take me to the ER? Honestly, would have gotten him better treatment from everyone involved. Edit, we took him to the ER. He waited in the loud, busy waiting room reading magazines. I'm from Canada, so his ambulance bill is mostly paid by the Ministry of Health. Oh no. Oh no. Lissa's talking about how she does game with her man and that he is on Xbox. Uh-oh. Oh, we have 360. That's... Ow! God fucking damn it. I just bent my big toenail off. Ah. Oh. Fuck. That is not what you want, man. Oh, but I could be a Las Vegas victim right now, so I gotta just roll with the punches here. Fuck. That shit hurt. That shit hurt, homie. Ow. Somebody said cue the Wilhelm scream. That really did sound like a Wilhelm scream. And for people who don't know, let me type in Wilhelm so y'all could get like a... Why isn't that favorited? Why isn't the Wilhelm screen favorited? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Aaron Deere said your lung collapsed. That ain't funny. That shit ain't funny, Aaron Deers. That's not funny. Ow. Oh my god. Listen, why did I stop this? Because you were done. Because you were done. So as we travel to number 3, nice and short. My mother, who is a doctor, likes to tell a story of when I was about 5 and was claiming I was sick. She asked me if my eyelashes hurt, and I said yes. Wait. She bamboozled that little motherfucker. That's adorable. Somebody said that's adorable, and it soothed my soul after reading the post about a woman faking nosebleeds by smearing menstrual blood on her face. Period blood. Somebody said, I don't remember where I read or saw this, but a mother who convinced her very young children that they make beeping noises when they sleep. She would fake going to sleep in front of them and start beeping. From then on, anytime the kids were faking asleep, they would be beeping. I have no idea how long the lie would last, but it's damn funny. Jesus Christ, that's genius. That is genius. I should tell that to Sarah Bishop, because she's having, you know, more babies, a lot more babies in her lifetime. Gotta have a lot of babies. That's the Sarah Bishop way. Babies. Lexia says, have a good one, Fat Man. Oh, Fat Man gotta go. Damn. Don't die, Fat. How can I die when you are in my life, Fat Man? Fat Man, I wonder where he's going. Probably to some other stream. He's got to fly away. Fat Man is a superhero. He's got to take care of those oats. And why would I die unless I'm bending off more fucking toenails that fucking kill me? 10 out of 10 on the scale index here. Pain, guys. I need some Percocet. Only Percocet. Hey. Well, so we go to number 2. My mom's an ER nurse, and she said once some crazy lady came in and complained that she had whooping cough. And whenever she coughed, she'd follow it with a loud whoop. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. That's good. Oh, that's good. Guys, I love you, but we have somehow reached the end of this everlasting list. You guys want a little bit of a juicy morsel? The next list that I'm gonna do, and I may do it at like in the middle of the day tomorrow. I may do it in the middle of the day tomorrow instead of nighttime like I normally do these. The next list is gonna be about crazy shit, like disturbing stuff that was found in a person's residence. Like it can be like landlords after the person was evicted, or even like a maid finding it. You know what I mean? That's going to be the next one. I'm going to pull from multiple lists for that. But we made it to the end of this one. I naturally want to thank my explosive and unreal patrons for doing what the hell they do and doing it in a way that's kept my ass afloat, because holy shit, we cannot rely on fucking YouTube. YouTube don't got shit going on. YouTube don't got shit going there. I'm kidding. YouTube's allowing us a platform, so at least we can have something going on. Outside of that, I want to thank my explosive sponsors who recently just, made themselves really apparent. You guys are amazing and I love you. Everything that you do is just what I'm about, and you allow me to continue doing what I'm doing. I want to thank all of you guys for being here because you're all insane. I want to thank specifically Fat Man because he's insane. I want to thank specifically Zip Z Stream. I want to thank Sinner J. I want to thank, Nicholas Thorne. But I want to thank my ladies, Lissa and Vanessa, for being amazing as we finish this list of 35 cases of patients obviously faking it. Number 1. When I was a resident, I had a patient in the clinic that was doing that roundabout thing patients do when they want narcotics but aren't going to directly ask for them. She would hint at having arthritis pain that just doesn't seem to get better, except that one time she took Lortab. And her friend gave her a Percocet once and it helped a lot. Never mind the fact that this lady was 100% functional despite debilitating pain. At the end of the clinic visit, when I offered a physical therapy referral and a stronger NSAIDs, the actual treatment for osteoarthritis, she suddenly sat straight up, looked me in the eye and said, "Doctor, I don't know how, but I'm totally paralyzed." Seriously. She pretended that all of a sudden, everything other than her mouth was totally paralyzed. She made us send her to the ER, but not before she had my nurse unwrap a peppermint and literally put it on her tongue because her blood sugar felt low. We had to lift this nutcase into a wheelchair, during which we could all feel her shifting and repositioning, not something a paralyzed person would do, and roll her to the ER to be evaluated for sudden paralysis. While in the ER, she suggested to the ER doctor that maybe Lortab would fix her paralysis. And when the ER doctor rightly refused the treatment, she got out of the stretcher and walked out. Somebody said, I love this response right here because it starts with, it's like Did this shit work somewhere else? I mean, yeah. I like to think it works with Dr. Nick Riviera from The Simpsons. Hi, everybody. What do you think would work? Oh, you got some lore tab? That's gonna work real nice for me. It's gonna work real nice. This is Jonathan Smith. He saved 30 people from the Vegas shooter last night before he was shot in the neck. My man. My man. Dude. Mandalay footage. Yeah, this is what we saw earlier today. Like I said, the crazy part is bullets are ringing out 9 seconds into this video. And people are laughing, thinking that this is a joke. And look at everybody stand around. We're gonna put this into I guess someone's really fucking shooting, huh? Says somebody at 30 seconds into this video. We're putting the speed up to 5. Wait, no, you did that the wrong way. So let's speed this shit up. A full minute in right now. Shots ring out again a minute in. Everybody gets down. If y'all niggas are getting down, you recognize that this is gunfire. People are remaining in their positions. Even if you got a wall of people, nigga, make the effort. Get the fuck out of there. More shots. Get down. You all recognize this gunshots. This shit blows my mind. This shit blows my mind. Senor Chewy says no announcements or anything. The performer was just like, peace out, homies. Well, what would you do? To be honest, I don't think it's the job of the people. Nigga, listen, look, I ain't gonna say nothing about white people. I'm not gonna say nothing about white people. But if shots rang out, okay, and then after 30 seconds, more shots rang out, and then after 20 more seconds, more shots rang out, would you time the end of some of the shots as like a period of when you think they're reloading to get the fuck up and start running away? I don't know. I'm not saying these people are stupid. This is a tragedy. And nobody deserves this. They came out to be at a fucking concert and enjoy themselves. And some lunatic dipped his ass out of a fucking hotel window to just start unleashing fucking automatic weapon fire into a fucking crowd. This is blowing my mind. Lissa says, thanks for the stream, Kyle. Put ice on that toe. It may bruise. Jesus Christ. Don't make me think about it. I can't believe I fucked myself up so hard. I'm such an idiot. Travis Lee says, I don't think you'd be able to think clearly. You say this like some of us haven't been through some real shit. Trust me, Travis Lee. Some of us been through some real shit. And when real shit hits, you either think clearly or you die quickly. You see what I'm saying? This is fucked up, but 2 minutes go by. Let's skip forward. This how long it took? It's just not something that's cute. What terrible monkey balls. What terrible monkey balls. Well, what did Callum Brady say? Why she time you out for that one? What is your position on gun control? Oh wait, she probably timed you out. In Australia, it has worked. Wonder if Faith hit the wrong person there. Emily Fu says, and then the cops were like, oh, are you making meth Or loan shark. Holy crap, what are you guys talking about? Guys, I'm tired. I love you. This has been a sexy stream. I would put on like a playlist or something and let you guys just enjoy that into the night, but I don't think you spent my share. Somebody make Rick Ship from Rick and Morty? It's just like a little piece of artwork. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. Oh, guys. Believe in yourselves. Oh no, you know what? I saw this shit with a slinky earlier. Oh my god, stop it. That looked like that Gacky show. Hey, it's Zipsy stream. But guys, I love you, I love you, I love you. We'll do this later. And you guys take it easy. Moffat says you hope I'm having a wonderful day. Lexia says, see you later, guys. Love you all. Everybody take it easy, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.